everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. I'm Mandy. Today we are making 扣肉粉, braised pork belly noodle soup, a dish that I have had at least 1,000 times and the dish that I miss the most ever since I live abroad. The reason it took me this long to share the recipe is because it is not well known. I was worried that the YouTube algorithm is not going to promote it as much, but you know what? It's so delicious that it deserves attention. Let's get started. I got here a piece of pork belly. We'll blanch it first. Fill a pot with 2.5 liters of water. Add your pork in along with a few slices of ginger, a drizzle of Chinese cooking wine, 1 teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorns. Turn the heat to high and bring it to a boil. Then switch the heat to low and let it simmer for 15 minutes. When it's done, take it out. Quickly use a fork to poke as much holes on the skin as possible. There will be some fat leaking out. Just use a paper towel to wipe it. Apply some dark soy sauce on the surface. This is for the color. The reason I say to poke holes quickly is because you want to apply the dark soy sauce while the pork is still hot. The color doesn't attach well when it's cold. Next, we have to dehydrate the skin. If you have a dehydrator, that will be the best. If not, you can use a mini fan like this, or a fan on the ceiling will also work. You just put the meat under it and let it blow for a few hours. If you don't have a fan, you can put the meat in the fridge with the skin exposed for 24 hours. The skin should feel like leather, very firm and a bit bouncy. Now we are ready for the next step. Add a 1/3 cup of oil to the wok and heat it to 380 degrees Fahrenheit. Put the pork in, skin side down. Move it around for a few seconds to even it out. When you hear the oil start sizzling, cover the lid immediately. Be very careful here because there is no effective way to prevent the oil from splashing. I have tried drying the pork for a longer time or frying it at a lower heat. Some people even suggest to put some salt in the wok. All these methods don't work. The only way to protect yourself is to cover the lid and wear gloves if you are scared. Flip to fry other sides. Keep the heat at medium-low all time. Each side needs a minute or two. This frying process is going to build up the flavor foundation as it creates so much Maillard reaction. You can also do this process in an air fryer. Okay, take it out. Let me show you how it should look. The skin should be a little bit bubbly and crispy. The bottom has a dark brown color that looks like it is burned, but it's not. It's just the color from the dark soy sauce. Let it cool a little bit and slice it into 2/3 of an inch thick slabs. Add all the pork belly into a clay pot. Now you can gather some spices. 4 slices of dried Kaempferia galangal, also known as sand ginger, 2 cloves, 1 cinnamon stick, half of a black cardamom, 1 star anise, 3 bay leaves, 3 hot dried chilies, 2 teaspoons of Sichuan peppercorns, 1/4 teaspoon of fennel seeds. 2 scallions. I tie them into knots. 5 slices of ginger. 4 cloves of garlic. I know, it's hard to collect all the spices, so it is okay if you miss 1 or 2. It will not affect the taste that much. I will also link these ingredients in the description. You can check them out later. Add the spice bag to the clay pot, along with half cup of soy sauce, half cup of Chinese cooking wine or Shaoxing wine, 2½ teaspoons of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Pour in 2 liters of water. Bring this to a boil and taste to adjust the saltiness. I add 1 teaspoon of salt here. Turn the heat to low, let it simmer for 2 hours.
Meanwhile, we can prepare the noodles. I'm using these thick rice noodles. It does come with a cooking instruction on the package, but I do find that a pre-soaking in hot water gives it the best texture. You just bring a pot of water to a boil.
Turn off the heat. Drop the noodles in. If you don't have rice noodles, you can use any other types of noodles that you like, and they may not require this pre-soaking. Just follow the cooking instructions on the package. They need to be soaked for about 20 minutes. You can give it a try. The center should be slightly chewy. If you soaked them 20 minutes right before the pork is ready, you can transfer the noodles directly into the clay pot and continue to cook. But if you are like me, soaking them way too early and the pork still got an hour to go, you have to transfer the noodles into the cold water so they are not overdone. The pork has been simmering for 2 hours now. Let's take a look. Oh, I can feel the tenderness. It is almost going to break apart because my chopsticks are pinching it. The skin now becomes wrinkly and spongy like this. That is a beautiful 扣肉. Okay, let me taste the broth at this moment because I want to be accurate after the simmering. It should be much saltier than your normal taste because we still got lots of noodles and vegetables on the side. I add 1½ teaspoon of salt here. Including the salt I added before, I used 2½ teaspoon of salt in total. Add the rice noodles, which I have drained completely. Turn the heat to high and bring it to a boil. I almost forgot to take out the spice bag. There it is. It has done its job. We don't need it anymore. Once it comes to a boil, don't cook it any longer. Otherwise, the noodles will start breaking down. Toss in some baby bok choy or any other leafy vegetables that you like. Let it blanch for 20 to 30 seconds, and dinner is ready. Put the noodles in a big serving bowl. Scoop some of the braising broth as well. Top a couple pieces of that beautiful pork belly. We like to serve this with some spicy pickled long beans. I just bought this from the store. I didn't make it. You can also use 榨菜. They do an amazing job at balancing the fattiness of the pork belly as well as providing a touch of fermented flavor. If you don't have it, you can use other kinds of pickles, such as Korean kimchi, sour radish, pickled cucumber, or jalapeno. Last but not least, sprinkle some diced scallion as garnish. This looks amazing. I want to show you how tender the pork is. You can break it apart with a pair of chopsticks. Imagine that just melts in your mouth. The broth is very rich and flavorful. The deep frying really made a big difference. The smell and the taste are so different than any other braised pork belly that I have made before. I know I said you can use any types of noodles, but rice noodles are so good. They have such a wonderful texture, so smooth and a little bit bouncy. We have a word called 嗦粉 in Chinese. 嗦 is a verb that you take a little sip and the noodles will just slide into your mouth down to your belly because it's so slippery. It may not be the proper manner in your culture, but hey, who cares? It's so fun and delicious.
I hope you give this a try soon. As always, you can click the link in the description and find the printable recipe. Don't forget to hit the like button and share the videos with your friends or family. That really encourages me to continue to make more delicious recipes. This video is sponsored by Souped Up Recipes Clay Pot. I know clay pot may sound new to you, but it is a traditional cookware in Chinese cuisine. It has a high heat capacity. The material retains the heat, then redistributes it to the food slowly and evenly. The heavy-duty wall allows for better browning and caramelization. Then you can maintain low and slow temperature on the stovetop or in the oven, perfect for making soup, stew, pot roast, and congee. It can also handle simpler tasks such as boiling noodles, wontons, and dumplings. I love the blue top and the hammer design. It functions as a beautiful serving piece that keeps your food warm on the table. Here is a recipe playlist that you can make with this clay pot. I'll share more in the future. If you want to buy it, the link is in the description. Go check it out. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!